Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Max. I'm a massage therapist and an osteopath here in Barcelona. Today we have a really nice video about deep tissue massage and how to massage the foot, the legs, the lower compartment and the glutes. I really love your comment. Please keep on writing them. Really make me happy, and I really feel that I'm doing something to make this world better. So we're gonna start with some mobilization of the ankle, some mobilization of the legs, some release of the calf. We know how important the calf are in the lower compartment. If they're too tight, you can have problem like plantar fasciitis, for example. So we start this massage with this massage of the calf, of the gastrocnemius, called the soleus. And you can see this cross technique, and then we go into the plantar, opening up the plantar fascia, and like with this Syriax kind of massage, try to go across the fiber, and then after you cross, move your finger on the plantar. You want to always stretch the muscle. Now we go back into the calf. You want to be comfortable. So as you see, I put my knee on top of the table so that I can be comfortable. I can work on the soleus with this, and I use the thumb as a first tool to go deep into the structure, into the gastrocnemius in this case. And now you're gonna see an active release technique for the gastrocnemius. You know, the gastrocnemius is a plantar flexor, so we are like asking the client to create a plantar flexion while you're blocking with your finger the muscle. This is really painful, so you got to have some attention in when you apply this technique. And the same thing you can do with a tibialis anterior. That is a dorsiflexor that is really tight in people that have the ankle that is not really mobile. So you always, when you see an ankle that is not mobile, you can find a really tight tibialis anterior. And now we're working on the hamstring. We are warming up the tissue. Remember, the hamstring are the three muscles: semitendinoso, semimembranoso, and biceps femoris. So I'm doing another active release technique for the hamstring, where you ask the client to go slowly down in the negative while you pin the muscle. It's a pin and stretch, but is in this case is not passive, but it's active. So the client gently lower the leg while you pin the muscle, and then you, as I said, you want always to stretch the muscle after you do a work like when the one I just did. Then I move into the medial compartment of the hamstring, and I change my tool. I use different tools. I use the fist, I use the thumb, I use the elbow. It's good for a massage therapist to change the tool to avoid overuse of certain part of your body and have tendinitis. That is can happen very often when you have 5-6 massage a day like I have. Now we are opening up and divided the fascia in between the two muscles. Sometimes when the muscle is really tight, you can really feel the septum in the middle, and you have to open up these two muscles. So, and right now, just actually go exactly in the middle between the semitendinoso and the biceps femoris. And I go into direction of the hips. into the ischio tuberosity. That is the insertion of the hamstring. Then I always stretch the biceps, what is called reciprocal inhibition. So if you stretch the biceps and actually activate the biceps, then eventually the opposite muscle is going to relax. So activation of the quadriceps, I say biceps, activation of the quadriceps of the leg, you will release the opposite muscle, the complementary muscle that is the hamstring. So if you want to add this technique, it's really useful. And this one that I'm doing right now, it's breaking the adhesion all the way down. Really love this technique, and the clients too. They found that is feels really good, and it's really helpful when you have a knot, when you feel that the hamstring is really tight. Now I'm working on the glutes and on the tensor fascia lata. Sometimes when you have a problem in the tensor fascia lata, you find all the pain all the way down into iliotibial band. The iliotibial band is not a muscle, but the tensor fascia lata can refer down. And now I do a technique that hopefully you can see. It's like with a double fist, I massage the quadriceps and the hamstring in the same time. Really helpful technique to work both muscle in one technique. And then I move into the acetabulum, and I'm gonna start working on the glutes. Glutes that, as I said, most of the time is tight. Can be tight for various reasons. I haven't found almost anybody with no tight glutes. It's now mobilize a little bit the acetabulum and the femur. And I'm on top, not on the iliolumbar ligament I can see, but lower there is the sacrotuberous ligament. Then I move into the piriform, as you can see, and then eventually into the glute medius. And right here, as he was saying, I'm moving on the tensor fascia lata. So these 4 points, there are 4 trigger points that are really important that you want to work. I'm gonna use the elbow because it's allow me to go deep and save my finger. Now the same thing, you can see from another angle. You can see how I go deep into the sacrotuberous ligament, a ligament that is control the nutation of the sacrum. You don't want the sacrum going too much nutation. So it's kind of maintaining the neutrality of the sacrum. And then I go into the TFL. In this case, I'm using double thumb. It can be really painful, but after a while you're using it, you can see she's moving the left leg in agony. And then eventually I will go back and work in the piriform. See, a lot of pain. Really tight muscle. It's you got always work in symbiosis with your clients. Always look at the eyes. Always pay attention on what's going on. You don't want to create too much tension. You don't want to inflame the part too much. So always pay attention what's going on. And then I was stretching the adductor. And then we're going to move in working and stretching the iliopsoas. Pay attention always to cover and to protect your clients, not to create nudity for no reason. And then working on the glute maximus and the piriformis from another angle. This actually allows you to work on the piriformis. I'm going to show, and you can use and leverage the leg to try to reach different part of the muscle. In this case, the glute medius that go all the way to the sacrum, and then working down into the leg, into the hamstring that are connected to the hips. Really important always to work and make the hips mobile to avoid any problem in the knees. Same thing with the ankle. You probably hear me say these things a million of times, but it's really important, because if the hips are mobile, the back is safe, the knee is safe, the ankle it's mobile, the knee is safe. So, there are some kind of connection in this structure. And now I'm working fascially on the glutes. I'm working on the glute medius. Try to press the glute medius down. Yeah, this muscle is really tends to control when you walk. It's a muscle that is involved in gait, so it's really to maintain horizontal the hips. Now I'm asking the client to create force in the direction of the camera, as you can see, to activate, and then use the post-isometric relaxation like I'm doing right now to release the muscle. Really great tool. Every time you can, use the the PIR to release the muscle. And now we're working on a piriformis muscle, and in this case you wanna the force is in the opposite side, and when she releases, you can go deep into the piriformis. You don't want to press too much to smash the sciatic nerve. But we have different fibers in the muscle. Some are really stretchy, some other are tense. This PIR allow you to activate that muscle, this fiber in the muscle that are not so pliable, and after the activation, they gonna relax for 20-25 seconds. And that's the best way to start working on the muscle. And now we're working on the tensor fascia lata. Again, from this position, you will see that there are different ways to work. In this way, you are able to reach the depth of the tensor fascia lata, thanks to the movement, and then back again into the hamstring. You don't want to work too much. For example, if you have a problem in your glutes, you don't want to work too much on the glutes. You want to move away from it, work on the hamstring, maybe work on the back, and then going back into work one more time the muscle that you target as a painful one. So always move around and go back. Move around and go back. Don't stay on the muscle for too long. You don't want to. Sometimes it's contraindicated. And now I'm pressing with different tool with the fist into the glutes. We're about to finish. And guys, if you like my video, subscribe, and I see you soon. Thank you very much.